Elayne Lansfords' garden has been a journey she's traveled with husband John Villanacci and their 2 sons. Their family includes Cookies and Cream and Sparkplug, who share the land that meets a garden. Now certified as a National Wildlife Federation backyard habitat, Elayne's garden journey started with tropical container plants that she's collected and tended for years.
I had a grandmother who grew what she called flowers on her front porch, and I loved her very much. And I guess when I first went away to college, she gave me some flowers to take with me, and I actually still have the fern that she gave me when I was 16 years old.
When Elayne ventured outside the pot, she didn't abandon them.
Well, they're beautiful, and also they're my little creatures. Some gardeners get rid of things that they don't care about, and I always tend things or I pass them on. But I don't mind the containers. I find it very peaceful to water in the evenings.
Since the boys are grown, Elayne recycled the playscape for storage.
Because I do so much potting, being such a container gardener, it's kind of an integral part of what I do, and I didn't see any reason to hide it.
In winter, greenhouses ensure that our longtime friends will be around another year. For bedded tropicals along the kitchen, John designed a temporary cover to install when temperatures drop.
But it really was not until my sons got past playing soccer that I could do a whole lot in the garden.
Figuring out her native soil and how plants responded to it carried her to the next phase of her garden journey.
Very slowly, I started learning about how to actually grow things in Central Texas.
Elayne created a living room cove bordered by sun that gives way to shade.
My garden is absolutely full of things that people have given me, and in some ways those are more special than the things that one has to buy.
Some new treasures were a gift from nature.
That's part of the joy of, I guess, any garden, is simply seeing what comes up.
A trip to Bali inspired a pavilion constructed by friends as an anchor for garden reflection. Later, she added a pond to harmonize the peaceful setting. Elayne also wanted to provide a drink for the wildlife that finds a haven in her garden.
I think especially having grown up in the country long before it became popular to do that, it was just a part of my life. So I've always wanted the wild creatures to be welcome here.
She plants with wildlife in mind in her certified National Wildlife Federation backyard habitat. The next step on her journey was training as a steward to help others create habitats of their own. In Elayne's garden, wildlife travels between her organized beds and the open spaces. Although she promotes and protects the land beyond the garden's borders, like removing invasive non-natives, she values its different attitude and unbridled solace.
I love the transition areas between wild and civilized, and that was a lot of what I wanted to do out there.
She signified the transition with another memory from her journey.
I had seen a bottle tree when I was maybe 15 years old, and this was again before they got as popular, and just loved it. It was somewhere kind of, I don't know, in rural Texas, and I thought, I will have a bottle tree someday. So my sweet husband, who of course does a great deal of setting me up, made me the post, and then we started collecting bottles.
Elayne added a new cove to the transition, inspired by a visit to designer and author Jill Knox's garden when her journey met an intersection.
I got diagnosed with breast cancer in 2005 and had gone through the treatment, and it just about did me in. It was, although I had very good doctors, I just had a hard time with the treatment and started thinking, if I don't do something to try to, take care of myself, I'm not going to make it in this world. And then I realized that the thing that I wanted to do more than anything was to garden. So I decided to add to the gardens, and I would wobble out here and work for 15 minutes and then wobble back in. But it just kept going, and I got stronger, and the garden happened. It was my way to heal.
Plant names may not be in her husband's vocabulary, but John Villanacci understands what they mean to her.
Actually, he just found out that his name in Italian may mean bad farmer, which we really laughed about because he is not much of a gardener, but he is wonderfully supportive of things that I want to do and has put in endless hours, helping me.